Middle-aged musician here, and today I was going to talk about my other Kowalski Dark Green amp, my red one. You may have seen the previous episode of this one where I took a deep dive into my Kowalski Dark Gene Green. This is the Dark Gene Red, which is more of an American flavor, whereas the green is more of a basically like a Marshall kind of amp. I won't spend as much time going over the internals on the amp as I did a pretty significant deep dive on the green. Its layout and etc. is very similar. The component quality very good. I think there's maybe an extra tag board in here that wasn't in the other one. I'd have to compare it. It looks like there might be a little more use of tag boards in here. What I mean by tag boards, if you look in there, you see there's like a strip where things are soldered to that rather than lead to lead. I'm not sure if that's just because of the generation, this particular model, or if I just missed it in the other one, but I don't recall seeing as much. One neat thing about these is on the back of the bottom panel, it does have the number, when it was assembled, and signature. So if you remember, my Dark Green Gene was, I think, in the 300s. It was born on 7/21 of 23, or 7/4 of 23. This one was born 7/21 of 21. So a couple years separates them. Serial number 93. So I guess this was the 93rd one made. I will point out, it says do not disassemble chassis. I have had training in repairing electronic equipment, including tube-based electronic equipment, and over the years I've built and repaired a number of tube amplifiers. And so if you don't have the training, if you don't know what you're doing, don't take the back panel off. Definitely don't stick your fingers in there. If you need to fiddle with something, wooden chopsticks are a favorite. Yeah. Anyway, today I have the same setup as with the green. 212 cabinet, open back, loaded with vintage 30s. I'm going to use the same guitar, the Les Paul Tribute. So same guitar straight into this time different amp, and just take it through its paces. So I hope you enjoy the content, and I'll talk with you later. so that's the Kowalski Red. My thoughts and opinions on it. There's both the red and the green can definitely handle a lot, do a lot of gain. The green can probably do more of a classic hard rock thing than the red. The red seems like it's just a little bit more of a high gain amp. A little bit harder to clean it up than the green. It gets pretty aggressive pretty quickly. The green has that kind of a little more bite, that British kind of brightness and bite you'd expect out of Marshall, even like High Watt or something. Whereas the red is much sort of rounder sounding. The green, the tone controls are very Marshall-esque in that they don't really do much versus like a high tone where it's makes a big, or High Watt, sorry, where it makes a big difference. The Marshalls kind of famously don't have a lot of things happen with the tone stack versus some other amps out there. The Gene's a little bit more like, even the Mad amps, but which is a British amp. Those tone controls are very interactive. Mesas are kind of famous for having interactive tone controls, and the Gene, there's not as it doesn't push the needle as much with the bass and the treble as a lot of other amps. It doesn't have a lot of variance, but you can pick it up, especially on the treble, especially in the mid setting, which is where I prefer both of these amps, is that mid setting. But you notice that as you sweep across the treble, it's a little more interactive. I need to look at the circuit a little bit more, see if it maybe is doing a cut on frequencies, like a bandpass filter sort of thing. I haven't looked at that. That'd be interesting to look at. But yeah, both great little amps. Half watt. They get loud enough. Great for recording. You can do quite a bit. You can clean them up a little bit, but they're really meant to be a higher gain amp. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the content, and stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks.